What is up, y'all? I just finished rereading the first book in the Lorien legacies. I am number 4, and I wanted to give y'all my thoughts. For those of you guys that aren't familiar with this series, it is about a group of 9 children and their guardians that flee to Earth from a distant planet in another galaxy that was ravaged by war, and the aliens their people were fighting against end up following them here. These children end up having to separate themselves from one another and scatter themselves across the globe, remain hidden until one day they start to develop powers that can eventually revitalize their lost planet. I know that description may not do it justice, but trust me, it is a good read. So this book, like so many others, is a great example to an introduction to a series. The quick pacing and lovable characters make it very hard to put this book down, and although the core plot is something that has been done before, I feel like the authors add so much more to it that you really get a better look at the story and a more intimate relationship with the characters. I think it also really helps that it's in first person as well, because that really grounds you in the character's head and you're feeling all of their thoughts and their emotions, and just overall helps you be planted more in the story. I would say the main theme of this book is fighting for the things that you love on so many levels. You have the guard and their Capon just trying to fight to survive for the sake of their people and their planet. You have John, the main character, fighting to stay in Paradise, Ohio, and fighting just to have some semblance of a normal life and keep his love with Sarah alive and also fulfill his mission. And then you have Henry, his Capon, just fighting to keep John safe and fighting against him for his well-being and better judgment. You have Sam Good, John's best friend, fighting to believe that his dad is still alive and in fact not dead. Even the Mogadorians are fighting for something, fighting to keep their race alive and build and gather resources for their planet. Even Mark James, one of the main antagonists of the book, is fighting to keep his past relationship with Sarah alive, even though it's clearly over. Even though I've read this series before, it will still take you through a roller coaster of emotions. And one of the things I really love is the progressive overload of the series. You have this first book having maybe 2 to 3 battles in it, and then by the end of it, you are in the thick, in the trenches of this war between the 2 alien races. It's not perfect by any means. It definitely has some issues, but it is still a great read, and I would highly recommend you checking it out if you're looking for something in the sci-fi genre.